Part 2, and I think I'm planning on watching up to episode 15, so yay. Just thought I should tell you guys.
Any earlier than that, and we run the risk of it not being complete.
Okay, they're all in here. They need to get weapons,
you have to get everyone
don't
to
they?
leave once it's finished and retell me everything you told me earlier, even though it might be difficult for me to take, okay? Bear me down, and I'm bound to believe you eventually.
You sure about that?
Hey, I know precisely how much crazy I can swallow at one time. Think about it, I'm the one who designed the machine, so I'll trust that it works. Just play to my ego.
So your willingness to believe me is proportional to your narcissism?
Naturally. I'm proud of the fact that I'm a kick-ass research scientist. Tell me I'm good at applied science and you're in. Just to be on the safe side, though, we should give you a trigger phrase. When you see me, tell me I've been craving my own fork.
Like personalized? That's kind of an odd thing.
Why not? I already have a spoon waiting to go with it. Hey, stay on task. My motives are immaterial. Are you ready?
I think she wants to spoon with him.
I won't remember.
Sorry, I just want to make that joke.
Name. Kind of a shame, really. Might go a long way toward endearing you to me.
Hey, hold this a second for me, will you? Like that, yeah.
Like this?
Yep. Nice and stretched out. Try to think like you're a clothesline.
Oh, Mayuri, what a pretty ribbon.
I know. Oh, hey.
I know,
she
right?
has
I thought
one
that's what
on.
she said.
It's okay, I have other outfits I can compete in.
It is kind of cute.
Got the cosplay bug.
Please, don't even go there. Like I'd ever traipse around in public wearing...
That's right. 5 hours back lands me here right before Mayuri leaves. The time leaper is done moments after she puts the final stitch in her outfit.
Finished! Yay! Mayushi takes home the gold! I beat you!
Oh dear, this was a race? You cleaned our clock then, didn't you? But we're not far behind. Matter of fact, we're done.
We're not going through with it.
Huh?
Crap. Too sudden.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it's clear that we're all completely and utterly exhausted. What we need is rest. All further experimentation is called off for today. 1 beef bowl, please.
Coming up.
Explain why here?
Well, it wasn't by design. I didn't get your message until after I'd ordered.
This just doesn't strike me as a sort
So
of
they're
place
not
that you would
going to
patronize.
invade
It's not like I'm a regular
since
yet.
they're
Mayuri
not
was
going to
the
go
one who
public with it?
recommended it. Ugh, what you want to talk to me about? First you send us all packing for the day with no explanation, then I get one of your cryptic texts.
Listen to me. I've come from approximately 5 hours in the future.
You what? Is that the first half of a pickup line?
Damn it all, you told me you'd know the precise amount of crazy you'd be willing to swallow. I'm approaching this the way you instructed me to.
Okay then, let me stop you right there. In the short amount of time we've known each other, have I ever once struck you as someone inclined to swallow any amount of crazy?
That's what I thought. But look, think of it this way, that I'm here at all as a
about
testament
the
to your
fork?
ingenuity. Doesn't that entice belief?
You are certifiable. Ever think you missed your calling as a schizoid case study?
Easy does it. Mustn't slug
Talks
her.
with her mouth full.
Right now, what you crave more than anything is a monogram fork.
Yeah.
Convinced?
Where the hell is that coming from? I say that 5 hours from now?
You have a personalized spoon to go with it, so why not?
Damn it, future me isn't for such a royal ass kicking.
Sure, this is sufficient to persuade you I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so you're telling me a time machine I constructed works as designed? Here's your beef bowl, hun.
She's so cute. Oh my god.
One thing is clear. If you've got your facts straight, this is serious stuff we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Maybe our trouble is we're focused too tightly on Mayuri. Why not shift to Moeka? Couldn't she and the Rounders be dealt with before they even become an issue?
I've tried that. The same basic scenario played itself out regardless of what I did.
Damn. Still, every natural phenomenon, however immutable it might appear to be on the surface, is subject to change. We have to think in terms of cause and effect. Now, usually, cause of death is directly attributable to something. Illness, accident, whatever. But really, these are just incidental details, local manifestations of a broader principle. In Mayuri's case, the Rounders are the obvious culprit, but they're not the prime mover. That's something more abstract. We can deduce as much from the fact that she dies even when they're not involved.
So what's the underlying cause?
I can't be sure. I mean, it could even be that the circumstances of her birth somehow set her on a path which made dying on a certain date at a certain time unavoidable.
You're sounding like an astrologist.
Wait,
It's fatalist when I
Carissa
don't buy into
died
it for a
in the
second.
first
You're right,
episode,
it's
but
absurd. I just don't know a better way
how
to frame
can
what
she?
I'm trying to
How
get
does
at. The
she
point is we're not
still
thinking back
live?
far enough to expose the real catalyst.
Even
Indeed. Maybe we need only think back so far as to leave the time machine unfinished.
Hold on, we don't know that the machine isn't just another detail.
But surely...
She's hit the nail on the head.
You know something? If so, please just tell us.
You're right not wanting to abandon the time machine. Take my word for it when I say this would be impossible without one. You wouldn't have a prayer. If you want to save the world, you've got to push past the divergence barrier. That nagging 1% gap between world lines attached to the same alpha. Okay, pay attention, kiddos. It's gonna get complicated. The divergence number indicates a given world line's latitude on a continuum, so to speak. The only way to keep track of it is this, a trusty divergence meter.
Nixie tubes. My hat's off to the taste of its inventor.
Funny you should say that. This bad boy's papa is you.
Me?
Your memories tend to stay put regardless of the world line, so eventually you developed, or will develop, a gauge to keep track. The meter records and represents numerically the gap between the present world line and the one it splintered off from, indispensable for the discerning time traveler.
0.337187.
That's this world line's number. If you're having trouble getting your head around the concept, it might help to think of world lines like fibers in a rope. At first blush, a rope looks like a single thing, but hone in and it's obviously made up of many interlocking threads. Now each thread is its own thing, independent of its neighbors, but they're all moving in the same direction. That's why it's so strong.
that's actually kind of
Telling
good.
us that every world line leads to Mayuri's death?
For now. But all bets are off if you can manage a big enough change to push past the 1% divergence barrier. Something that'll derail you off the alpha track with enough force to land you onto a beta line. Okay, the one on the right is yours.
Excuse me, I'm not quite athletic enough to shimmy up a rope.
Ugh, fine then, wait down here. I'll be back in a second.
What is she?
Professional shimmier, perhaps? I don't know.
The coast is clear. Hop 2. Alpha and beta world lines play out differently, so they lead to different futures. Very different futures most of the time.
My God,
Normally, it's
I am
impossible to
loving
travel
Angel.
between them. You could
I'm
demail or
still
read
calling
what you
her
want.
Angel
It's not going to
because of
alter
how
things
freaking
enough to break
awesome
you
she
away from
is.
the alpha line. That said, though, there are relatively fixed points in any line where events of great enough significance occur to break off toward a beta, depending on the choices that are made. Recent examples of what I'm talking about are like, let's say, the Gulf War, the Y2K panic from the turn of the last century, and, it should go without saying, the invention of the time machine.
Is that...
Points like that, the only elbow room we've got. The only way to shimmy from an alpha to a beta.
Yes, but the question is how to take advantage of such points.
Hold on. First things first. Don't you think it's time to tell us who you are?
What?
Is this...
You know what it is.
Steins Gate?
I'm a time traveler, specifically from the year 2036.
Dear God.
We've met online a few times, you and me. I post as John Titor.
She's John Titor? Oh my God. What a twist! Okay. I'm gonna watch the next episode and then I'll be done for today. Okay. This is actually kind of fun.